All right, we're live. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to read the Open Publics Meeting Act notice. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Sunshine Law, annual notice having been published on or about July 1st, 2023 in 2 local newspapers with a copy on file with the board secretary and a copy on file on the TCCS website. This meeting is being called to order at 7:07 p.m. If I could just say something really quick, I just want to thank all of the staff from TCCS. I really enjoyed our lunch. I want to thank Keisha and Natalie for helping me out. We were able to serve every single staff member, which was awesome. And we loved it. And we love seeing all of you. And I just want to say over and over again, thank you. Thank you for all that you do for our kids. And thank you to Friends for also collaborating with us on that event. I hope you guys liked the food. It was really fun to join the TCSCO event afterwards and walk around with the Sunday cart and see you guys all in action. So I really enjoyed my day here on Friday with you all. So thank you for everything that you do for us. The first thing is the approval of minutes from 4:15 and the closed session minutes from the same date. Second.
Cookies.
Ooh.
I didn't know. I was like,
Thank you. We're getting cookies right now. Can you hear us? Thank you. I don't think we have these minutes.
No, not close. I'm gonna hold them. It's fine.
Yeah.
Somebody's eyeing them up over there.
Put them right here. So we're going to table the approval of minutes for the next meeting. Okay, everyone? Okay. And Mr. Gallo for the director's report.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to May. I only have a couple brief updates. The first one is our enrollment update. I'm happy to say that we are at full enrollment at 369 students. As far as next year goes, I guess maybe about a week ago, a little longer than that, I actually sent out our intent forms to all of our, oh, be careful. You got it? All right. All of our students who are going to be returning, hopefully, from grades K to 7. Of those forms, 164 have come back. So it's about half of the 333 that we're expecting. So I'm going to send a reminder on that. We do need to know, people's intentions by next month. And so far, we only have 2 responses of students not returning. So we've got 1 5th grade spot for next year, it looks like, and 1 6th grade spot for next year so far. So we do have a waiting list, obviously, that's quite extensive. So we'll be able to pull from that come July when we move into the next school year. Okay. Any questions on enrollment? All right. Next, I've got a couple things to discuss regarding facility. The office project that I spoke about last meeting, which we are doing, we're converting a space in the former library, current resource room, into an office that's actually going to be my office to have an administrative presence upstairs. We are awaiting pricing. We're going to actually hopefully be getting that by this Friday. And as soon as we get that, we'll have a better idea of a timeline. Kirk, we're going to circle back once we get that proposal, and we'll meet with the facilities committee and discuss, what we can do to make sure we get this done early in the summer. We actually talked about that in finance. So you're still on the hook to help me out with that. The other thing that we wanted to talk about briefly is actually the playground. We know that the TCSCO has been doing a lot of fundraising over the years for helping us out with the playground. Recently, we did learn of a facilities capital improvement grant that we are receiving from the state of about $100,000, and we're going to be contributing towards the playground renovation with that money. So actually, we're going to be reaching out to TCSCO, to Friends, hopefully to meet sometime, even maybe next week. We talked about that in our other meeting, to talk about a plan. We do have a couple different proposals that have already been submitted for what the playground could look like. So we're going to look at how much money we're working with and get that done preferably sooner rather than later. So any impact that may have on summer camps and things like that is something that we're gonna have to work out with whoever is going to be doing the job. But we do know that a lot of the construction companies are backed up as it is. So we'll keep everybody posted. But we are going to be moving forward with playground renovations together with TCSCO and hopefully Friends. And finally, the last thing that we are looking at is the result of, well, not really the result, but something came to light recently, about a week and a half ago, not this past weekend, the weekend before. We actually had an act of vandalism on the property. It was actually an act of attempted arson on the playground property. Someone did come from the outside. They came and they burnt down one of our garbage cans in the playground. We have been working closely with the police. We sent them our security footage. They're still working on it. Thankfully, there were no injuries, no major, problems with the building itself. But the playground did have a little bit of melting on the surface where the garbage cans were. But having that happen really gives us a little bit more of an incentive to really solidify and fortify the fencing that we have in the outside area. So last Thursday, we actually had a company come out to look at potentially getting us an automated gate for the car entrances and potentially some kind of magnetic gate that we would use for the walking gate. Along with that, obviously, we would need to have some electrical work done, but thankfully our electricians were there that day as well. And they're going to be sending us a joint proposal, 2 separate proposals, to have an idea of what it may cost to do that. But the idea is to have some sort of remote entry ability that we can control either, from home or whatever else, where Mark, our head custodian, or myself would have access to it when we're not here. And as far as teachers parking in the parking lot, we're looking at either some sort of like garage door opener sort of thing, or other remote access that we can keep the playground locked and closed, even for security purposes during the school day if we need to. Where it's a step even beyond putting up the blue tarp. So we are getting proposals for that. We are looking to do that, and we do think that it's going to be beneficial to not only school security, but it really is best practice, and we're working on it. The next thing that I have is NJSLA testing. The 7/8s are testing this week. The 3/4s are doing ELA testing next week, and our 5th and 8th grade, those students will be doing science testing next week. Any makeups that have to be done, which really thankfully haven't been too many over the course of the last 2.5 weeks, they would be taking place sometime next week or in the last week in May after Memorial Day. So otherwise, testing has been going well. We haven't had any technical glitches. The one thing that we do need to just reiterate is that kids need to bring their computers to school fully charged. Teachers have reached out to parents to really request that. But otherwise, the kids have been great. Everyone's been, for the most part, getting to school on time, and it's really been pretty efficient, I would say, with the way that the schedule works. So thank you for everybody for helping out, whether you're a test administrator, proctor, or anything else. Everybody really contributes during testing time. And that's all I have. So I'm going to turn over to Sonia to talk a little bit about end of year updates. But before I do that, I do know the first thing she's going to talk about is the spring gala. I want to personally thank the TCSCO for throwing an awesome party together. It was humbling. It was an honor to be recognized for 20 years of service, and in such a beautiful fashion. It was a really, really well put together party. I know all the preparation that went into it. I know how hard and nonstop they've been working on it since pretty much the beginning of the year. So we do appreciate that. I want to thank everybody who came out. There was good board member attendance. There was a lot of parents there, a lot of teachers. And everybody had a great time. So it was really, really nice. I had a fantastic time. My family had a fantastic time. So I do appreciate it. And again, keep up the good work when it comes to these events, because it really is a great representation of what our community organization can do for us. So thank you again. And I just want to applaud you once again. And now I'll turn it over to Sonia.
Well, I second that. That was the first time I missed, so he part of what I was going to say. But again, thank you again, TCSCO. Thank you to the staff who volunteered their time. Also, we have teachers, many teachers for the day coming up, principal for the day, executive director for the day. So we're all going to do it on the one day. So we have to just finalize when that day is. I'm assuming move up day, but we'll talk about it to finalize, and we'll share when that'll happen. But thank you again. That was one of our great events. We just had a self-care workshop for parents. There weren't too many people present, but we do have a few that are here. Thank you for coming to the workshop. Thank you, Atika, who came. She brought actually the cookies. So this is leftover from the event. So please feel free to have some before you leave. I want to thank Rosine from Care Plus for holding. She did the staff workshop, and so it was very similar to the staff workshop. She did a parent workshop. So thank you, Ms. Rosine. We have Frost Valley coming up. So I'm very excited. We're leaving Wednesday to Friday. So, even speaking to some of the parents who are on the board who have their students are coming, we're talking about packing, making sure we have the appropriate things that we're packing. The weather looks like Wednesday may be rainy, but the rest of the week should be okay. So just again, reminder, bring ponchos, bring everything that's on the supply list. And most importantly, if your child has any medication or dietary restrictions, we need to know this before we go. So I sent updates. I'll send one more tomorrow. Then we have math night next Wednesday, May 22nd. So I hope everyone can come. We have the art show, May 29th. Field day is June 4th, and we're going back to Volte Park. And I'm very happy to announce that we're going to go back to grilling. So TCSEO has volunteered to take charge of the grilling and stuff like that, so that we don't have pizza on field day. So today, we were talking about a little bit, so I'm excited that we'll go back to our old Volte Park with the grilling and stuff, because that's really like a community event. Parents come and grill, and it's so nice to be able to do that at Volte Park.
If I could also just interrupt really quickly, I sent the note out about the T-shirts for field day yesterday to all the parents and to the staff. We do want to get the order in hopefully tomorrow to make sure that there's enough time to get them personalized and everything. So I'll probably send a reminder out, and in all likelihood, there'll probably be a last call for 10 a.m. tomorrow, so that any missing sizes can be sort of estimated, because we definitely want to get that order put out by Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning, the latest. So if you haven't ordered your T-shirt size or put in your request, please make sure you do that ASAP.
Sounds good. We also have kindergarten orientation June 10th, which will be our move-up day. We have the DC trip June 5th to June 7th. We have Authors Day at 9 a.m. on June 12th, which is the same day we're going to have our graduation, June 12th at 6:30 p.m. And then the last day of school is June 19th. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but this is all the events so far to close out the year. So the dance, so that is going to be the Friday before last. What day is that? That's the upper school dance, June 14th. Mm-hmm. Yep. Missed anything else? That's it, right? That's all for events.
We have one event, the VPA, the boosters. We're doing a one-time screening of the show for those for family members or anyone who would like to see. You can purchase a ticket, right? So you can screen from any device. It's not an in-school event. It's just for screening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's May 20th, Monday. A flyer was sent out. We can resend it.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll put on the calendar. All right. Well, that's all the events. And I'll turn it over back.
And then, next, actually, Christina has a quick HIB update.
I sent him a report out today. We just investigated another one. There are similar to ones that we've sent out in the past. If someone's making an inappropriate comment, was not confirmed, but as a HIB, it definitely violated our discipline code, and consequences were enforced in that.
Thank you.
Great. All right.
I just have a quick question about the HIBs. So because we have a trend in the language that's being used, do we have any plans of how we're going to be addressing this as a school-wide, how to talk about these insensitive things that kids are saying? I did throw out an idea at one point about how you guys did the full school read.
Mm-hmm.
So doing something similar like that around racial inequality.
Mm-hmm.
But are there any plans from you guys yet on how to address some of this language that's happening in the school?
So we have talked to New Jersey has put out or started a division with our MJ for us, and they have different tiers of community support and stuff. So Son and I are looking into their first tier is doing a workshop for the kids type of thing, and then other ones for families and things like that, because we do talk a lot of this. We need, parent and community support and stuff like this, because what the kids are hearing, they're not only hearing it at school, they're hearing it at home, their friends are saying it, they're hearing it in the community, they're watching YouTube. you know, the language is out there and a lot of them are just too young to understand even what they're saying half the time. They're just repeating things that they're hearing that, you know, they're hearing adults say, and they're like, well, the adults say it. So, so it is going to be a kind of a collective effort in helping them reframe their language.
Is that a possibility, the NJS for you this year? Are you guys starting to look into some of the workshops for this year? I mean, I know it's the
We're
end of the
looking
month.
into them, but the year is ending
Yeah,
very
they-
quickly.
So you guys planning like a series? Maybe you could do multiples for next year?
That's a good suggestion, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you, Christina.
Okay, back to you.
Committee updates. Hold on, let me get my notes. All right, so we just did, well, I'll leave finance to finance. Do you want to start with curriculum, Stacy, or do you want me to?
I can do it.
Okay.
So we basically went through, each of the chairs, they kind of gave it and gave you a wrap up, I will call it that. And we talked about making a plan for kind of next year and what the chair role is gonna look like, and that's what we're working on. Long story short.
Thank you. I'm going to do this one for Anthony. He's the governance committee chair. We talked about the luncheon for the teachers. We reviewed the RFP for council because we have a council change coming July 1st. There was some questioning regarding the firms that we were using. We discussed the student survey, the staff and parent surveys. The elections will be, so if you're looking to run for the board, the notice for elections are coming out May 22nd. The deadline is May 31st, and the candidate forum will be June 5th. We're going to have to decide amongst us who's going to be doing the vetting with any of the candidates that are coming in. And we also discussed the lead person evaluation. So that was it. We also had finance. Wanna go with-
So the check register, the total amount for the month was $360,490.13. The largest items there were the benefits and the bond for this month. We reviewed the financial reports for February and March. We also discussed a safety grant, in particular, the consideration for a portable safety gate for the hallways, in particular for events, and also just as additional safety when our custodians are working on the floors. So I can pass it around. Tom shared the gate that they're looking at in particular, and it's like a pressure mount, so.
This would come from an insurance grant.
So that will likely cover the cost of that one gate. We also went over the library modification project and had some updates regarding the quotes. There's a new quote that we're hoping to receive by the end of the week. And then we also discussed the playground as well, that was brought up earlier, and the potential for that upgrade as well. Sorry. No, don't worry. As Mr. Gallows mentioned earlier, the electronic security gate was also discussed, so there'll be some proposals for that. And then there's 3 additional requests or proposals, one for the school physician, one for legal services, and one for the auditors. So we'll be putting together a committee to meet and review those RFPs, hopefully before next month's board meeting. And the last item that we talked about is the founder's wall. So we're going to be obtaining 2 quotes, so we can hopefully have that project completed by the end of the year as well.
Thank you. So really quick, it's not on the agenda, but I don't know if the board's comfortable with choosing the RFP. We're going to call it hold on, it has a fancy name, RFP Evaluation Committee, because we need it for the auditor, the school doctor, as well as our council going forward. So we're looking to combine governance and finance, some members from both to be part of this committee. So that would include Keisha, Enid, Anthony, myself, or Kirk. So if any of you would like to be part of it, I don't want to put you on the spot. Just let me know at the end, and then we'll develop that RFP evaluation committee. Okay. Do you guys want to do it now, or you want to wait? You want to think? Think. I'll tell you after. Okay. No, to review it and like choose. Yeah? Anybody else? Council, it's council and
School doctor, right?
school doctor right now and auditor. Come on, Keisha. Okay. And Ina, do you want to be on? And Anthony? Okay. Thank you. All right, and that was all for committee updates. Oh, the board elections, I went through it already. It's me again. So May 22nd, I don't remember the dates. On May 22nd, it'll go out. May 30th is the deadline. And then June 5th is the forum.
That's it. And June 10th
June
is
10th is
election.
election. Okay, done. That's it.
Okay.
Resolutions.
Present them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So we actually have 11 resolutions for tonight. The first is our budget summary, which are all the bills that have been paid since the last meeting. We've got the SBA financial reports for February and March 2024. The safety grant, which is the $2,000 that's going to be going towards the security gates. The online Board of Trustees election, which just gives us permission to engage with Election Runner, which is the company that we've used the last couple of years to do our online election. The HIB report acknowledgement, which acknowledges receipt of the report that Christina gave earlier. Then we've got a number of teacher appointments for the coming year, paraprofessional appointments for the coming year, child study team appointments for the coming year, support staff appointments for the coming year, and administrator appointments for the coming year. And then finally, there was an additional item added, which is the tutoring services agreement, which actually I'm going to ask Christina to speak about really briefly.
Sure. I may have talked about it last time, I can't remember, but we have partnered with Huntington Learning Center. Before I even get it, Calvin is here, so I want to thank him. As you guys know, in January, we had a little bit of staff moving around, or one of our special ed teachers left. And Ms. Landers actually made a request to move to a couple lower grade levels, so she did, which opened up our 7-8 math special ed position. Calvin has been doing an amazing job working with Ms. Landers to really support those kids. But at the end of the day, they are missing a special education teacher. So in looking at it, we've done numerous interviews and even offered the position twice, and it just, it wasn't taken. So in order to make sure that those students were getting what they needed in terms of their IEPs, we had tutoring money left in one of our grants that we had gotten beforehand, and we partnered with Huntington Learning Center, and they came in and they did a diagnostic assessment on any student who didn't necessarily receive the services per their IEP from the beginning of, not from the beginning of the year, from that transition, and now during their math period from until then, and they'll take another diagnostic assessment at the end to see how much growth that they have.
Do we have any parents currently requesting
Compensatory?
compensatory
No,
services?
we're trying to be proactive about it so that we don't get there. I mean, as everyone knows, national-wide teacher shortage.
Mhm.
We're not the only ones that can't fill staffing positions. I mean, I'm not really sure there's any district around that's fully staffed at this point. So we've been transparent in communicating with the parents the whole time. Kept them up to date. And like I said, in the grand scheme of things, Ms. Landers has been working with Mr. K, providing them the support, doing everything that they can for the kids. So in being transparent, most parents have messaged me back and said, thank you, we really appreciate it, so.
Okay.
From now till the end of the year, I'm assuming
It's been like 2 or 3 weeks.
so okay, and then what's, they come every single day? Sorry.
During their math period.
And how does that funding work?
So it's all funded through a grant.
So there's nothing.
There's no
Okay.
cost to the school's direct budget. It's all funded through a grant.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Calvin. Okay. Thank you for that. All right, I think we're at any public comment regarding resolutions? I think you have a visit. Oh, she ran away. I guess she was peeking. Any public comment regarding anything general?
just have something to read.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this short, but wanted to say my piece before I leave. I stand by you before you, deeply disheartened being let go after 5 years here, but have to extend a stream thankful for all you have done for me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with your children. I worked every day to be the best I could be for them. It has been a wonderful learning experience, and the opportunity to get to know your children has impacted my experience more than I could ever express. I wish them the best of luck, and thank you again.
Thank you so much. That was very sweet. Thanks. Okay. Anybody else? Public comment? Okay. Yes.
I wanted to thank the TCSO for the gala and for Monday. Teacher here, it's the best gala that I've ever attended. Really, really, really appreciate it. I know you guys said it in the beginning, but I think it's important. More thank you.
Second best. Anthony thinks it was the second best.
4 things pretty hard. Just saying.
Any other comments from the public? Okay. All right. I think we're ready. Okay. So Resolution 2405-01, Budget Summary. Be it resolved that the budget summary for April 15th, 2024 to May 13th, 2024, total amount $360,490.13 be approved. Moved by? Vallejo Justin moves. Second? McGilchrist seconds. They have long last names. Hold on. McGilchrist. Okay. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodridge?
Yes.
Lazoo? McGilchrist?
Yes.
Mitchell? Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2405-02, SBA financial reports, February and March of 2024. Be it resolved, the board approved the SBA financial reports for February and March 2024. Moved by? McGilchrist moves. Second? Vallejo Justy seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodridge?
Yes.
Lazoo?
Yes.
McGilchrist?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy?
Yes.
Had not, yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2405-03, Safety Grant. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees accept a $2,000 NJSIG safety grant to be used for indoor security gates. Moved by? Carter moves. Second? Vallejo Justy seconds. Any questions or comments from the board?
Where are these indoor security gates going?
Well, they're portable. So it's depending on the event where they need to keep access. Let's say they don't want people running down the first and second grade hallway. It would go right by the men's room or otherwise. Yeah.
I had the
Or-
same question. So it's
Potentially be blocking of egress.
And right, depending on, but there's also, you can get out through the cafeteria. So it's shrinking the size of the building more or less. I'm sure, the whole purpose of it being temporary is to make sure that it's not, affixed in a way that would be against code. So I think that we would be working with the fire department and whatnot anyway to get the parameters of it once we actually get it, because I'm sure that's part of the requirement. But yeah, I know a lot of schools have them and use them. So there is definitely a way to portion off certain areas of the building where you don't want people there for security purposes, even if there's an event going on.
You could do smoke doors, magnetic smoke doors, not really they're permanent, but they work with egress. So if the fire alarm goes off, they automatically, and you have them there for good. Just,
Well, I mean, regardless, this can go towards security gates. It doesn't say specifically what it doesn't even have to be those in particular, but that's the idea that we want to spend the money on. So I'm open to, as long as you go ahead and accept the money, we'll spend it in a way that's going to be appropriate, I would say. Does that sound good?
we could add that to the next meeting that you have.
Perfect. I have never heard of a smoke door, so thank you. I know it.
Any other questions? I had a question about that. So it has like these posts that you put on the wall, but then it pressurizes and opens. So I guess the posts go wherever you need it, but the actual gate can be moved. That was my question. It had nothing to do with egress. I don't even know what that means. Any other questions or comments from the board? No? Okay. Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodridge?
Yes.
Lazoo? McGilchrist?
yes.
Mitchell?
I have one more question after that. $2,000 is not gonna be enough for some smoke doors, so it could be up to.
Well, no, we can't. This is what we're getting. They're giving us 2,000. So, but it would be 2,000 to be used towards, yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Vallejo Justine? Not yes, resolution carries. Thank you for your insight, Kirk. Resolution 2405-04, online Board of Trustees election. Be it resolved that the school administration is hereby authorized to engage and retain the services of electionrunner.com for the election of the Board of Trustees for the 2024-2025 school year. Moved by? McGilchrist moves second. Carter seconds. Any questions or comments from the board?
Is this what we always use?
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter? Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodrich?
Yes.
Mizzou? McGilchrist? Mitchell? Vallejo Justy? Had not yes, resolution carries. Resolution 2405-05, HIB report acknowledgement. Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees acknowledges the receipt of one report from TCCS HIB specialist Christina Ansers on May 13, 2024. Moved by? Carter moves second. Mizzou seconds. Questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodrich?
Yes.
Mizzou? McGilchrist? Mitchell? Vallejo Justy? Had not yes. Resolution carries. Resolution 2305-06, teacher appointments. Be it resolved that the Board approve the following appointments for the 2024-2025 teacher rehire list.
So typically what we do is I'll put it up on the board, so you have to go through the whole list. But one thing that I actually also want to just point out for transparency is that there should be an asterisk by Dana Durham's name because she'll be gaining tenure with this approval. But otherwise, everybody else that's up here is either tenured or not up for tenure. Let me shrink this a little.
Moved by?
Here we go. Wait. Now you could look at the whole list.
We can move it and do the second, and then if you guys have comment or question. Moved by? Goodrich moves. Second?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Second. Ready? Carter? Oh.
Oh, is that? What is that?
It's not me, it's my sheet.
Oh, you know what? Here, just go for an old one. Write them
I'll
down.
write it. I'll write her.
No,
name.
don't even write because you have to do it for the next four because like it was a copy and paste job.
What do you want me to do?
So just read the names from this one.
Oh,
There
it's
we go.
okay.
No,
I can remember.
we'll keep it tracked.
Okay.
You could write it on there, but
Right,
we'll
wait.
just transfer it to the other one.
Hold on,
before you say
delay. Hold on, everybody. That just threw us way off. She said, wait a second. Okay, Bahari?
Yes.
Carter? Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodridge? Sorry. Mizzou? McGilchrist?
Yes.
Mitchell? Vallejo Justy? Had not yes. Resolution carries.
Yeah, just fill it out on there and we'll just change the names.
Okay,
So you don't have to go back. and
I'm
forth.
changing hallway to Bahari.
Yep. There you go.
Hold on, we're gonna put this one, they're out of order, okay? We're done. All right. Sorry, give me 1 second. I gotta update these. Okay. Resolution 2305-07, paraprofessional appointments for the 2024-2025 school year. Be it resolved that the board approve the following appointments for the 2024-2025 paraprofessional rehire list. Moved by? Had not moved. Second? Mitchell seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Sorry, Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodridge?
Yes.
Mizzou? McGilchrist?
Yes.
Mitchell? Vallejo Justy? Had not yes. Resolution carries. Sorry, I'm really screwed up now. Bahari. Resolution 2305-08, child study team appointments for the 2024-2025 school year. Be it resolved that the board approve the following appointments, the 2024-2025 child study team rehire list.
It's coming.
Moved by? Had not moved, second. McGilchrist seconds. Okay. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay. Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Goodrich?
Yes.
McGilchrist?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy? Oh my God, I missed Lazoo? Had not yes, resolution carries. I'm so sorry. I would come back around.
My fault.
This is totally your fault.
I know.
All right, resolution 2305-09, support staff appointments. Be it resolved that the board approve the following appointments. The 2024-2025 support staff rehire list. Move by, Lazoo moves, second. Hanat seconds. Okay. All right. Sorry. Bahari?
Yes.
Carter?
Yes.
Gonzalez?
Yes.
Goodrich?
Yes.
Lazoo? McGilchrist?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Vallejo Justy? Had not yes. Resolution carries. It's crazy. Okay. Sorry. Resolution 2305-10, administrator appointments. Be it resolved that the board approve the following appointments, 2024-2025 administrator rehire list. Moved by McGilchrist, moves second. Lazoo seconds.
So I'll just point out again for transparency, in this one, Christina, this would be granting her tenure as well after 5 years.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the board? Did I say that already? No. Bahari,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Goodrich,
Yes.
McGilchrist,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Vallejo Justy. I did. Sorry. I'm coming back. Hold on. Vallejo Justy, I'm coming. Lazoo? Had not yes. Resolution carries. This is why. I'll explain to you why this is taking me off. It's not personal. All right, 2305-11 tutoring services agreement. Be it resolved that the board approve the attached proposal for Huntington Learning Center to provide tutoring services for spring 2024. Moved by Carter, moves second. Vallejo Justy seconds. Any questions or comments from the board? Oh gosh, I have to go back over here. Harry,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Goodrich,
Yes.
Lazoo, McGilchrist,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Vallejo Justy. Had not yes. Resolution carries. Okay. Thank you guys all for coming and for tuning in. This meeting is being adjourned at
7:45.
7:45. Thank you guys. Get your cookies.
And brownies. They're 6.
We're gonna be in the office tomorrow.
Yeah.